Hi there, I'm Emma Kemp, Design Team Member for Creative Expressions. In today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how I made this cute pop-up football theme card, which I made for the football collection by jamierodgerscrafts. So to begin, I'm coming in with a top folding note card measuring 14.5 by 21 centimetres, and then a piece of emerald card measuring 13.9 by 20.4 centimetres. And as you can see, I'm just buffering this up to the crease in the card, leaving a whiteboard around the sides and bottom. I'm then coming in with an extra strip measuring 2.5 by 20.4 centimetres. And you can see here that I've stuck that to the top fold. Now, I could have just taken one piece, creased it, and then stuck that down so that it stuck to the bottom of the card and the top, and then folded it over. But what I find sometimes happens when you do that is that the card piece that you've stuck down then moves along the crease line as you open and close it, because it pulls on the paper, and I didn't want that to happen. So it's your choice the way you want to do it. I prefer to do it in two separate pieces for the green. Next, I'm coming in with a piece of gladiator red card measuring 5 by 21 centimetres, and I'm popping this down just above the green, leaving a small white border underneath. Next, I'm coming in with a piece of seashell blue cardstock in 7 by 21 centimetres, and I'm popping this into my stamping platform. I'm bringing in the Cheering Crowd DL stamp, and we're going to stamp the silhouette image of the crowd there using our Black Panther quick drying pigment ink by jamierodgerscrafts. The yellow square that you can see on the side is just a piece of thin foam. I always pop this into my stamping platform, especially when I'm stamping silhouette images, because I find these so hard, no matter what ink you use, to get a solid image. And then I'm just coming in with my stamp press tool there to press down. I never quite get a full image with this, but I get enough of an image. This is going to go behind the goal anyway, so I'm not too concerned. As you can see, I've still got that end piece there to stamp. This is a continuous stamp, which means each side continues on from the opposite side. So I just have to stamp the end there and try to line it up. I don't do the best job in the world. I actually press too hard on the edge here and end up leaving a dark line, and it's slightly misaligned. The white lines line up perfectly, but the bottom doesn't. But that's fine, because like I say, it's going to be behind the goal, and I'm just going to trim it off here just so that it notices a bit less. Now, when I stuck that red piece down, I actually left the top part of it unglued so that I could slide this underneath slightly, because I wanted the barrier, the red part is the barrier in front of the crowd, to kind of overlap the crowd image. I'm now coming in with Ralph and Elliot's Kickabout stamp and die set. So these are the stamps here. Again, I'm using jamierodgerscrafts Black Panther quick drying pigment ink, and you can see here that I've already pre-stamped the images from the set. All of these come with matching dies apart from the home and away boards, and they line up beautifully. You'll see when I've cut these out. Now, I actually colour these off screen because I thought you'd find it incredibly boring to sit there and watch me colour. I'm very slow at colouring. But for those of you who would like to see the colouring process, I am going to be bringing some videos soon in which I show how I colour images. I'm not a colourist by a long shot, but it may be useful for those of you who lack confidence in your colouring, and you may get some useful tips. So if that's something you're interested in, keep an eye out for those. And you can just see the coloured pieces here. I've coloured these in using alcohol markers. So next, I'm just coming in and I'm placing my pieces where I want them on the back barrier and then on the bottom piece of the card. You're not really going to see those back pieces behind the goal, but I do think they're added interest, so it's nice to have them. I'm now coming in with a piece of Polar White Elite cardstock by jamierodgerscrafts, and I'm cutting the football goal die. I love this die. It's got a really interesting effect. It does almost look 3D. I'm then coming back in with the Emerald Foundations card that I used earlier, and I've cut, scored, folded and burnished 3 pieces, 1 larger and 2 small. Now, as you can see here, I say pause so that you can make a note or screenshot this. However, I'm actually going to pause for you. We're going to go through each measurement in a moment, but what I actually end up doing, and you'll see this a little later on, is that the 2 identical sized smaller pieces, I only end up keeping one of them at size, and one of them I actually cut almost in half, and you'll see why a little later. So coming in with the first piece, this is 5 13/16 of an inch by 3 inches, and I score this at 1/2 inch, and then at 1.5 inches, and then at 2 inches. Now, as you can see, I've already scored this. I'm really just going through the motions to show you what I've done here with folding it. And then I actually would have burnished it as well with my bone folder, which I don't show here. You could just see the shape that makes. Now, these two pieces, like I say, are identical. So I do exactly the same thing with them. These measure 4¼ by 2 inches. And as I did with the previous larger piece, I add 3 score lines to each of them. So for this one, I score at 1/2 inch. I score at 1 inch, and I then score at 1.5 inch. And then I do exactly the same, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5 inch with the other piece. And like I said, just going through the motions, really, I've already done this previously, but I would have folded them and then burnished each of the lines, and it makes a square shape for these ones. And those are basically your pop-up mechanisms. So now we're going to stick the first one down. So you can see here that the largest 1 inch piece on the edge there, I'm adding glue. I'm just trying to line this up with the center against the crease, so buffed up against that crease in the card fold. And once I'm happy that that's centered, I'm just going to flatten that down. And then you'll see next that I then make sure that that is in place. Jamie's glue doesn't dry immediately, so it gives you a little bit of wiggle room if it's not quite right. And then take the other edge, the opposite edge, and add a bit of glue along there too. Now, you can do this in several different ways. I'm actually doing this particular one in probably the most difficult way. I hate getting glue on my fingers because then I find I transfer it everywhere else, and the way I've done it has caused that to happen. But not to worry, this is just one way to do it. It does end up being absolutely fine, apart from a little bit of glue that transfers. I'm going to show you a different way when we do the other pieces. So now I'm just coming in and adding glue to the goal. Now, the benefit of watching me do this first is that you get to see me make mistakes so that you don't do the same thing. And you're going to see me make a mistake here, so hopefully you will learn from this. I should have put a piece of paper under this before flattening it, because as you can imagine, with there being holes in the gold net, it means that as I press this down, the glue actually transfers and makes a mess. So what I will say is, don't do as I've done here. Add a piece of paper before laying that down. I mean, luckily I'm going to cover most of this with these next pieces, but some of it does still show at the end. So just coming in now and adding a bit of glue to that end flap. Now I'm doing this a slightly different way now. So I'm buffering this one up first centered. I'm kind of lining each side up with the back corner of each side of the net. Coming in with the opposite side like I did before. But this time I'm flattening the piece down. I still do get glue on my fingers. It's quite unavoidable when doing this, I think, but I just find this was a bit less fiddly. Now, as you will see, the only problem I do have here is that where the glue does give you that wiggle room, it doesn't dry immediately, which means when we're trying to fold the mechanisms, this actually doesn't work. It did work for the first piece, but it doesn't work for the second. So what you'll see I actually end up doing is taking the back piece off. You'll see here as I fold it comes undone, and I'm bringing some of Jamie's double-sided adhesive tape. Using double-sided adhesive for this technique isn't ideal because you do need a little bit of wiggle room, which you get with glue. You don't get that with double-sided adhesive. But the main thing is that you can fold it closed and lift it up to the top. You don't really want to be pulling that top flap backwards too much because it will pull. So next we're coming in and we're adding our cute lion now. I absolutely love the stamps in this set. I really enjoyed colouring them in. So you can quite easily just pop him down there and just hold it for a sec just so that that's dried. And what you don't see off camera is that I do actually open and close this just to make sure that it does fold down properly before moving on to the next bit. Now, what I was going to do was stick this same size one in front of the lion, but as you'll see, it covers his legs. So I've actually just marked this and cut it smaller, and then added double-sided adhesive. And this is just to make sure that the elephant player that we add on doesn't block the view of the lion. So we've made sure that that little mechanism, pop-up mechanism piece there is just shy of his forward foot. So I'm doing exactly the same way as what I did the middle piece there, the second piece. And as you can see, that's stuck lovely and it's not blocking the view of the line at all. So now coming in with our cute elephant, these are just adorable. Again, just popping a bit of glue down there, and then I'll hold that down just until the moment it sticks. And then I will make sure off camera that that has folded before going on to add in this little football piece just in front of the elephant's foot there. And then those are our pop-up pieces done. How adorable is that? So cute. And as you can see, it's such a simple process to make these pop-up mechanisms. So now coming in with the Jamie Rodgers Crafts, wishing you the most magical birthday, I believe that says, die. And I'm cutting that out of Jamie's Polar White and Raven Black cardstock. And what I do is I pop the black and then shift it behind the white just to create a drop shadow before sticking. And that just makes that sentiment pop a bit. Coming in with my Woodware Anti-Static powder bag, because we're going to be heat embossing the From Your Biggest Fan sentiment there. So we've got our Versamark ink so that we can heat emboss. If you're not familiar with heat embossing, that's to create sticky ink. Then we've got the Sentiment DL stamp set for the sports collection. And we're going to take the You're Not Aging, You're Just Entering the Prime of Your Career. I like that. And that is, again, going to be heat embossed. And we're just going to come in with some white embossing powder now, which we're pouring over the Versamark ink. And then we'll come in with the heat tool. Now, I don't show this on camera, but I actually heat mine underneath to begin with because it stops the card from warping. And then I go over the top and I find that it just gives a smoother image. And then I've cut those down there and I'm just going to pop that one aside because that's for the front cover. And then we're just going to come in and we're going to complete the inside with the two sentiments. So I'll glue those down and then that will be the inside of the card done. I really, really love how that's turned out. And as you can see, the detail behind the gold there as well. So now we've got to work on the front. So we're coming in with some of Jamie Rodgers green mirror card. And we've got the football pitch die from the collection. As you can see, I've already cut it in the corner. So this is really just showing you what I did. And also some Polar White Elite card. And we're cutting the outline frame of that football pitch die. So that gives us our white piece. And then now I'm just going to glue these pieces and lay them out. If you'd have cut both of the pieces together out of one piece of card, you would have been left with an outer frame with the pieces cut out that you can then use as a template to pop them all back in lined up correctly. But these were so easy, as you can see, to pop in. It's very straightforward. And then what I then do is I take this piece and I just pop it over a black piece, so it's Raven Black card, just to create a black outline so that it's not lost on the background. I'm then coming in with the football edge die. Now, if I just cut this by itself, it would cut the pattern into the card. But because I'm adding these edger pieces that come in the set, they will cut the whole piece out for me. I'm also coming in with our football boots die, cutting them both from the Raven Black card. And then we're just going to add this football edger or background piece. So here you can see it's been stuck down. I used completely the wrong scissors for this. You definitely need long bladed scissors. There was a lot of faffing off camera there for me trying to cut those edge bits off. I actually leave the left edge on, as you can see, because I like that effect, but you can trim them. I come in with our 1 inch foam tape. That's Jamie Rodgers Crafts foam tape, just to pop this over the front and give it a bit of added dimension. Then I'm coming in with some of Jamie's glue, but in a precision glue bottle. I do this for the first 2 stripes, but then I actually end up switching back to Jamie's larger bottle and then just spreading it out with a cocktail stick because my glue kept on getting blocked. It's been sitting there unused for a long time. So I think the actual glue applicator, is that the word, needs a little bit of a clear out. But yeah, I just find this quite easy just to spread it out with a cocktail stick. And then what I end up doing is adding some of Jamie Rodgers Gemstones Glitter in Hellador over the top. And I just wanted to see how this looked before I went and applied it everywhere else. So I end up applying it to the stripes, and you'll see at the end I've also applied it to the studs on the bottom of the boots. Now, when it comes to adding the glue, I only add it to the top hanging part to begin. But I actually find when I open the card, the boots hang backwards. So I end up adding it underneath the boots as well to glue those down. That's our finished card. So this is the front. I think the green mirror card adds to that. And then the gorgeous, really cute inside. And like I say, really easy. You can adapt this to fit any kind of style of design. You know, you can stick flowers over those pop-ups. You can stick any dies you want. So that's the end of our tutorial. I hope that you found this helpful today and that you'll give this a try. If you do give it a try, or if you take inspiration from this, please do share. I love to see what you make. And if you enjoyed the video, please do let us know so that we know what's working. Thank you very much for watching today. Take care and see you again soon.